Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got MAXPAX down here in the bottom right side, representing Psystorm Gaming, playing up against Dark in the top left. Now, Dark is a beast. He's on fire. He eliminated me from this tournament. Oh my god. And it took him a solid 15 minutes to win those two games. So, very impressive play by him. We know he's in form. Interestingly, he's opened up with a 15 hatchery, 15 pool. So, even though MAXPAX sent an early worker across, he was unable to block the base. Dark, I would say, has a slight lead off that. That being said, Dark's follow-ups to this opening have generally looked a bit disorganized. This is Reyna's build, though. He's doing the one worker on gas Reyna follow-up. I don't know. I never fully loved this opening. I feel like, why even bother building a gas? You might as well have an extra worker mining minerals. Take the gas later and then do it. But for whatever reason, Reyna likes this single gas build order. Now, Dark's obviously, he's going to try and distract the Adept for long enough with this Zergling that the other Zergling is able to either survive, or if he goes after that one, then this one, of course, is going to distract that Adept a bit longer. Now, this is going to keep MAXPAX at home. MAXPAX is doing the exact same opening every game. He just 2-0'd another Zerg player, so he's going Adept into Stalker, just a single chrono on the Adept, and then he chronos Oracles out and kills that Overlord on the pillar with the Stalker. Dark, of course, is going to be playing... What's he doing from here? 3 queens, 4th queen building. This hasn't started Ling Speed yet. Super late Ling Speed. Now, this is that Reyna build we talked about. We were talking about it actually just a few minutes before I started the cast. Adept does roll up into that base. Oh, gets himself a drone, blocking the Spore. Very nice, Dark. A bit slow on those Spore tricks, man. Sloppy play for Dark. Does get an Adept, though. Losing 2 drones is not the end of the world, as long as you kill that Adept. You didn't lose mining time or anything. The Overlord going down, though, of course. A nice boost. Dark did not preemptively start an Overlord, which tells me he was not watching the stream and maybe didn't realize that was dying. Because if you watched the stream of the previous match, you would have seen MAXPAX's entire strategy. Dark had finished his side of the bracket already, so you'd think he'd be ready for that, knowing that Overlord was going to die. That being said, it wasn't the worst supply block. He's just down 6 probes, but with 9 about to pop out, he will take the lead. 3rd and 4th gas coming in for MAXPAX, and he's got an Adept in that 3rd mineral line as well. Oracle's splitting up to harass from both sides at once. Never a bad idea to do that. I do love the double Oracle, though. I was playing against Dark as Protoss myself, and because I normally play against Europeans and stuff, and I have to play with a lot of lag, but playing on the Singapore server, where I have very little latency, felt really smooth, and it's one of those rare times. It's kind of funny. If you play in like an arse of the world, like Australia, somewhere far away, there's things like Oracles, Biomine, very microcentric compositions that just don't feel as good. And when you occasionally get to play on a server that's really close to you, you're like, oh my god, I can micro this unit. It's so powerful. These guys are both playing cross-server to the American server. Central US, both can have about 140, 150 ping. That's that double Oracle we were talking about. The ability to one-shot doesn't even take that much damage on them. 5 drones go down. Adepts should not shade into that, unless you want to abuse that choke point, but not really worth it. Should be focusing the drones. He's going to fight the Zerglings, actually. Oh, I guess that works. Oh, he's going to get 2, 3. Might even get a 4th. Yeah, he will. Nicely done. 4 more drones on top of the 5 that the Oracle's got. A fantastic start for MAXPAX. Yeah, 6 gateways, Robo. Cannon, he'll get a battery there. He'll go double gas soon. And we will see second Robo Bay again, because that is the style that MAXPAX is loving. Oracles cancel the 4th base. This Oracle comes in, does get pushed back by the Spore and the Queen. Total of 12 drones have gone down this game for 4 Adepts. 2-to-1 unit trading. And MAXPAX starting his 4th just after 6 minutes. Wow. It's a beautifully greedy 4th base there. Hydra and an Infestation Pit on the way. What the heck? Dark is going to play straight Lurkers. Interesting. 5th and 6th gas started only after the 4th Nexus went down. I like that. I actually really like this play. Observer starts, and we will see the Robo Bay and the second Robo. Nicely done for Maximus Paximus. Does all this off 6 gates. 6 gates enough to defend, enough to apply a bit of light pressure. but you're not investing quite as much as the 8 gateways. I do prefer a lower production style of PvZ. I think too often as Protoss players, we're kind of lazy. We just don't want to build units all the time. So we want to just build like more production. But if you just build more frequently, keep warping in those stalkers and kind of, you know, rallying them across, you can actually still put on a lot of pressure, even though you're down 2 gateways. And that just gives you a bit more money to get the earlier 4th. We got the 2nd gate, the Robo. 4th Nexus is up with a cannon and a battery in the mineral line. Stalker's trying to micro back. The stasis traps that he can fall back on are so powerful. He does see the Hydralisks, but man, the Stalker micro has been pretty damn slick. Finally lost 2 Stalkers there, but only after killing many Zerglings and 2 Roaches. Gonna keep microing in. His Stalkers are damaged though, so he's got to be careful. Doesn't lose any. Oh, that Stalker on that side. Looks like it blinked in a bit derpily there. Another Roach goes down. Those Hydras don't have upgrades yet. They've got the range upgrade, but they don't have the movement one. MAXPAX stayed a bit too long. Oh, or did he? Oh, he's really committing. He's realizing these Hydras aren't the best fighting units right now, but the thing is, a few Zerglings come in and they will ruin your day. 5 more Hydras go down, but that was a costly final bit of the trade. 2 Disruptors for MAXPAX, and that's a lovely choice. If he can also get a Templar Archive so he can protect those Disruptors from feedback, he'll have a great counter for the Roach Hydra Lurker. Hive is finished, but of course the Lurker Den has not started. Dark, I believe he's simply forgotten it. He started a Viper now, but only 1. He needs 2. Kind of confused at Dark style. It's just Roaches, Hydras, and Zerglings. I remember Rogue used to do this sometimes. And it would either look spectacular because it catches the opponent off guard and he surrounds their army with a Master Roach Hydraling, or you just get wiped. But no, this is triple Viper. Okay, yeah. So it's funny, Solar also rushed Hive against MAXPAX. Remember that Dark did recently beat MAXPAX in a tournament without dropping a map as well in a bigger series. So it's kind of nice to see Dark show he had MAXPAX's number, but after the last series, MAXPAX looked unstoppable against Solar. We'll see how that changes now. Look at that angling. He's ready to come in. If you go too far forward, you're going to get flanked here. Especially if the Lings defuse these stasis traps. Stasis traps do pretty well there, though. Very well. Ooh, good dodging by Dark. Oh, a couple Hydras do go down. 1 Disruptor should fall. And another Hydra goes down. That's a total of 9 Hydras have died this game, but 1 Disruptor does go down. We've got... Oh, did the Queens just kill a Prism? The Queens just caught the Warp Prism on the left side of this map. Zealots on the right get 4 drones, but all of the Zealots go down. Good defense by Dark. That Spore Crawler and Queens on the edge. Really well done. Stalkers do pick off a Hydralisk. 28 Stalkers, though. That's a lot. Tells us MAXPAX wants to keep the fighting on the Zerg side of the map. He doesn't want to pull back. He really says, oh, I want to take you down here and now before you get Lurkers. Little does he realize there are no Lurkers. This is actually just a Viper style. MAXPAX has misread this game. He is assuming it's a Lurker style. It is not. The Zealots on the right side getting overrun. Stalker Disruptor is going to push in between the rallies. Where the heck are those Vipers? They're on the right side of the map. Dark thought MAXPAX would go home, but MAXPAX is playing a ballsy style, both literally and figuratively. Great Disruptor shot on the choke point there. Roaches come in. Blinding Clouds do land. He abducts the Disruptors, but I don't know if they were really necessary. He was coming in from 2 sides already. All the Disruptors go down. The Stalkers have to blink back. Dark with a fantastic engagement. And he is ahead in the units lost, despite being the Zerg player. MAXPAX, of course, is up 12 workers, so he can still recover from this. It is still a mostly Roach Hydra army against a mostly Stalker army. Still an awkward position to be in as MAXPAX Stalkers on the left get caught. A bunch of them die. Oh me, oh my. Disruptor shot does go out, but Dark is quick enough to pull back. Zealot run-bys could be massive. Anything to get some economic damage while that slow Hydra army's roaming around could be big. Going back to 4 Vipers, though, Dark has no transition. If Dark transitioned into Broodlords, if he transitioned into Lurkers, that'd be great. Continuing to play Hydra Viper at this point is borderline stupid. Funny thing is, MAXPAX doesn't expect it. He's got a Templar Archives, but he's not making Storm. And the best way to play against this, I do feel, is to get Psystorm. He's trying to do the Stalker Disruptor and just, I'm going to chip at you. But Dark's been spreading his units really well. And I think you got to be very careful. Especially if he had a Prism in the back, I think he could do this more. Without the Prism in the back anymore, it is tough. MAXPAX Zealots come in. Do take out a Hydralist. They start getting cleaned up. Stalkers blink on those Hydras. Nice moves. Very good moves there by MAXPAX. Starts to crush through that right flank. Dark needs to split more units to the south. Disruptor shots do go out. First one whiffs. Second one whiffs. Third one completely whiffs. He gets a few creep tumors, I guess. That is something. And Viper comes forward and abducts a Stalker. Very derpy abduct there from Dark. Oh, another Disruptor shot comes from behind. Gets a Roach and a Hydra. The Stalker's trying to pull back. Disruptor shots. Oh, my lord. And that was the big boom boom he was looking for. That's an 8-kill Disruptor now. A big pack of Roaches and Hydras going down. And Dark still doesn't have Lurkers. He doesn't have anything to stabilize. Lurkers destroy Stalkers. He definitely had the money to do it earlier. But now he is bleeding out. MAXPAX has simply had more economy than him. MAXPAX has traded worse than Dark. But MAXPAX has a 5th base. MAXPAX is on 86 workers against 76. He's simply out macroing Dark. I've talked in one of my recent casts about, oh my god, big Disruptor shot. Sorry, I thought Dark was going to back off, but he's got to defend the Lurkers. Dark, I think that's a GG, or is that just a, I think he's making a face. I think he's like a, wow, Disruptor's a fair sort of thing. Maybe he accidentally opened the chat box. I'm not quite sure. Oof. Oh, big balls landing, damaging these Lurkers. I feel like the dodge attempts, but oh, watch out for those Lurkers, MAXPAX. Careful, mate. Didn't realize there was 2 Lurkers right behind the one that he blinked after. Yeah, this matchup, not always, but sometimes in Legacy of the Void, it does resemble a reversal where the Protoss player massing basic gateway units is all about the mobility. The low-tier units swarming over doesn't need efficiency because they're just mass expanding. And it's actually the Zerg playing the higher tier style with the Vipers, the Hydras. Tried to get the Lurkers up, but they seem to have entered the fray a little bit too little too late. And that is all she said. All she wrote, I believe, is the saying, not all she said. That's all she said. Dark has to tap out in game 1. On a roll so far today. He's looking good. And he's going out for a early pro block again. You know what's funny, guys? This hasn't been working. Solar earlier and I think Dark in the last game both went for earlier than normal hatcheries. 15-15 in the last game to get it down, but this time it looks like a more normal 16 hatchery, so this probe will get there and easily block it. Dark should send a drone to his 3rd right now. Yeah, he's a little... Normally you want to send that out at 35 seconds. It's 37. It's not a big deal. He'll get to his 3rd at time to make a 17 hatch. Interestingly, he hasn't made a drone though. Oh, he's putting the hatchery down first before building the drone. Just Dark things. He's like, I'm going to place the hatchery when the drone is here. Could have started the drone 10 seconds earlier, 5 seconds earlier. It's not the biggest deal. It's just one of those things where, you know, you look at most pros and they're so organized and they're so like, they're like lining things up and everything's like military discipline, you know. And then you've got Dark, who's like, I don't know, I just do stuff, man. It's pretty cool. I just do some stuff. It's fine. Gas went down to the minute and 8 seconds. Pretty standard hatch gas pool, to be fair. Nexus will go down right on 1 minute 26, 27. And he's going to go for the Cybercore next. MAXPAX is so precise, it's insane. I love Hero style, but I feel his micro isn't on point 100% of the time, contrary to the Danish Prince. I think the problem Hero runs into is that, like, if you can distract him and make him look elsewhere, he's so frantic. Like, I think Hero does have more clutch micro than, and so does Parting than MAXPAX on occasion. But MAXPAX really is more balanced. He's much less likely to just blink in and throw all his units away. He has a good mixture of both aggressive focus fire and defensive micro. You know, there's guys like Showtime who are so much more defensively focused with their micro usually and are really good at that, but not as good at attacking. There's guys like Hero who are great at attacking and sometimes God tier at defending, but usually only if you're attacking him in one place at a time. You hit him in 3 places and it's like, oh man, it's hard for him to defend that. And he sometimes pulls it off, but it's rough. I feel like getting some sentries would allow him to block off one side of Dark's army and would be so much value. They really would. If you had a purpose to build those sentries early and had the gas for it, it would work. But because you're spending all your gas on oracles into blink, into +1, into double robo, you really just, all your gas is accounted for. So if you want to go sentries, you just can't be as mobile. Like those stalker pushes, when you kind of get surrounded by the heavy zerglings, you just blink back, get to the stasis traps, only lose 1 or 2 stalkers. And you're like, awesome. Like, this is great. But if you play sentries, the sentries all die every time that happens. So the problem is, like, you can't pressure with them nearly as well as you can with pure stalkers. And if you got 1 less oracle, you got 5 less stalkers to have 5 sentries building up energy. Sure, when your push comes, you'll have a lot more force fields, but also you're giving the Zerg so much room to breathe And they're just, and you're like, when? Why is their army so big when my push finally comes? It's like, well, because you let him drone to 80 workers. And he's got like Ravagers breaking force fields and army coming in from all sides. Third Nexus does go in. Spores going down. 4 queens are out, 2 in each mineral line. First Oracle will head for the center. You'll notice he doesn't rally his drones there. Well, yes he does. Oh, already? Really? Dark. That's kind of ambitious, man. Oh, he's got the line of queens, though. I think his queens are in a good enough spot. As long as he does some building tricks, he'll be okay. Oh! Oh! Oh, good pullback on that drone on the left. Great defense by Dark. MAXPAX, though, doesn't really lose any hit points. Second Oracle comes in, gets a single drone on the left side. That's what he's very good at doing. First Oracle distracts, second Oracle dives in the back. Forge and Twilight go down at 435. The 45 probe count's already up, so MAXPAX has already rallied to that third. 2 Oracles on the right, 1 Oracle on the left. Queens are so well spread, as is the Overlord line. Look at the vision of Dark. He's only missing vision on the bottom left, which I can pretty much guarantee you he's not going to fix. He hasn't done it yet. He's not going to do it at this point. 2 drones do go down. Melee upgrades on the way nice and fast for Dark. Already 30 seconds complete. And a Baneling Nest. So it looks like he wants to play Hydraling Bane. He could play Roaches from here, but in that case, why not build a Roach Horn? It's much better than a Baneling Nest. I think he's planning a mass +1 melee timing. I don't think we're going to see another drone out of Dark until about 9 minutes. Oh, here we go. Adept Shade in. The Lings have decent surface area. There's not that many yet. Oh, run the drones. He ran the drones kind of slow there. But oh my god, all the misfiring from MAXPAX. MAXPAX did hit a lot of different units. The Oracle comes in, gets 2 workers. Adept's focusing down a lot of drones in the main. Oh man. Dark taking a lot more damage than I expected. Now he is building nothing but Zerglings. As I said, I expect him to do this. He's killed me with this exact play where it looks like a normal macro game. He takes a 4th, goes up to 55 workers, makes a lair, makes 3-4 gases, but then he just rolls +1 melee Ling Bane into you like a crazy person. Now, a few Lings get spotted coming across. Does MAXPAX realize the depth of what's coming his way? If his Oracles pull home, yeah, he does. And back to droning for Dark, but he's already on 44 drones. Like, he's down 20 workers. He needs to do damage. Kind of giving away what he's up to, but only 1 Oracle left at home. Okay, yeah, this opens up the opportunity. If Dark can morph Banes on both sides, or actually he's just going to go for a mass Lynx around, I guess. The natural wall could be breached as well. Why not? Oh, he's morphing Banes on that side. Okay, so he's just trying to, like, force out energy, be annoying. Oracles in the main come in. I think he saw an undersaturated main. MAXPAX should have his alarm bells ringing right now. If he gets these Oracles home, he'll be fine. But right now, Dark doing his famous stupid attack. It's a very late Ling Bane attack, but MAXPAX just runs the probes instantly, and that is how you counter this build. If you pull probes instantly, it is a trash build. That's why we call it Dark Stupid Timing, guys. Because the reason it works is it's surprising. It catches people off guard. It's so inefficient on paper that Protoss players are almost never ready for it. But Dark showed too many Zerglings moving across, and of course he let his main undersaturated mineral line get spotted. So MAXPAX knew, hey, he's way behind on workers right now. I just have to defend, bring the Oracles back, scout with them, micro me Stalkers, pull me probes away. And he was all okay there. Now Dark's going for a Hive at 7.5 minutes, which is a pretty early Hive, starting +2 melee as well. +1's been done for a while. Problem is, there's no drones on that 4th. Now MAXPAX seeing that has to feel very good about himself, because when you've got probes on your 4th, and the Zerg doesn't, not to mention he's usually lower gas than you as well, so MAXPAX should sense a massive lead is on his side right now. No battery in the natural. Colossus not out just yet. Oracle will turn on its laser beam, start picking off those Zerglings. I like the Zealots warping into the choke points. Very nice. The Zerglings are coming to flank this, though. Uh-oh. Stasis trap number 1 goes down. The Oracles turn on their laser beams, all 3 of them. And they do turn it off, and the Stalkers back away. Apologies for the camera movement there. A bit jerky. 2 Colossus are coming out. 148 supply right now. A little supply blocked is MAXPAX. And he's building more gateways. He's going to go up to probably 10 gates usually. Just 2 for now. We'll take him to 8 gateways. Dark on 67 workers is about to build an Ultra Cavern, I believe. Vipers, of course, coming in. Adrenal Glands. Adrenal Glands is a great upgrade. but I don't think it's as important as getting Ultras out in this scenario. This Colossus is such a big problem for him right now. Baneling Morph does get caught by the Stalkers. 4th base defended by Stalker Warpins. A couple of these probes go down as they are caught on the rally, but Dark's base is also in jeopardy. Mass Stalker Colossus pushing in. Oh, Dark has to abandon ship, rotate to that front base. His Vipers are out. Templar Archives is a no-brainer for MAXPAX at this point. He's going up to 8 gateways. Still does not have a Templar Archives. Archons just counter Dark style 100%. Feedback as well would be amazing on those Vipers. It's on 25 Stalkers. Looks like MAXPAX wants to play a very aggressive style. Zealots going down the left flank. +2's almost finished. Charge on the way. +2 melee almost finished for Dark right here. 8 Overlords building at once. Ooh. Viper's going to go for the abducts. Oh, nice focus fire, dude. MAXPAX is actually reliably focusing down the Vipers. It's amazing. The stasis trap working against Dark as well. The units lost tab. I feared to look at it, but I was like, we've got to open it, man. We have to open it. It's better than 2-1 for MAXPAX right now. These Zealots. Oh, better than... It's not as bad now. Slightly less than 2-1 because of those 4 Zealots going down. This is just dominating, though. MAXPAX has done the exact same style every game in this tournament against Zerg, and he's been unstoppable. I am wondering how well it holds against, like, Roach Queen, all-ins, and that sort of stuff, as he hasn't faced many of those, but I'm imagining it's because the players know that he can stop them. Oh me, oh my, guys. We got those Lings finding big damage in the 3rd. Colossus will defend the natural, but it's these probes that will die if he doesn't run those very quickly. Stalkers do blink up there. 12 probes do go down. Looks like the Prism gets deflected from the main after getting just 2 drones, but he does save it. MAXPAX is now making High Templar. As those Archons come in, that's going to be a game changer. 4 Colossus on the map. A lot of Archons being joined in as well. There are no Vipers on the map. 2 being rebuilt. It's Mass Lingbane Viper. I can't believe he's just playing Lingbane Viper. I can because it's Dark and he just does random things sometimes. And obviously he's in a desperate position in this game, so we can kind of understand why he feels forced to do that, but as the Archon Colossus comes out, Lingbane just looks worthless. GG, well played. MAXPAX is looking sick right now.